I made cupcakes with vulvas on them, mainly because we got some really good news, and I can't share it with you just yet, but we got some really good news. And I got distracted because I was heating up a frozen pizza and making these cupcakes yesterday. I didn't get to make my one line a day, and now I can do it in my fun pink outfit with my vulva cupcakes. My day yesterday was so insane, like ups, downs, full circle moments, like insane. So usually with this, I'll read you exactly what I did on this day for the past 5 years and then tell you what I did like today. But I think it would be best to start with today. Well, actually yesterday, because I'm making this a day late. So, January 25th, 2024, I am living in New York, I am single, and I have a gyno appointment that I am fearing. Because for me, those used to be very, very painful and sometimes can still be very painful. So I have a lot of PTSD with it. I've had doctors who are not gentle. I can get more into it. But basically, I wrote a whole feature film about it called Lady Parts and my own struggle with it, ending up getting surgery for it. If you want to look up the terms vulvar vestibulitis or vaginismus, which if you want, I can talk more about in another video and have if you want to look it up. Either way, I have to go to this appointment alone in the morning before work, and I am having a full-blown panic attack, especially because I started new meds, which are giving me more anxiety as my body adjusts to it, and I am just sitting in this chair, like, full-blown shaking. Meanwhile, I'm, like, responding to, like, emails being like, sorry, I'm running a little late at a doctor's, LOL, I'm fine. Like, no, clearly I'm not fine. Anyway, I actually get like good news from the doctor that I solved like an issue that I've been having for 10 years straight, but it's actually a different muscle group that's now causing the issue. So like it was one of those things, it was like good news because I solved something, bad news because now I have to solve something else, but good news because I finally got an answer on that other thing, but bad news because if I go to pelvic PT again, it's not covered by insurance at all because, you know, the government doesn't care about women's health because I am but an object apparently, and everything I do is considered cosmetic, even though I'm in pain. And I'm coming off a strike where I had my pay cut, and even though I'm back to normal, I don't get paid a lot. I'm literally like thinking like, how am I gonna pay for these appointments that I know I need to do? So anyway, I did what anyone would do. I treated myself to Starbies and cried on the train. And then I get to work. I learn that I'm gonna have to shift my hours. Work's crazy, whatever. That's showbiz, baby. And then after months and months and months of waiting, I finally get some really good news about Lady Parts. And again, I can't share it just now, but like very good news. And like what a full circle moment coming from that morning and being like, this is the reason I made this, was because there's so many people that go through this and don't have any kind of media to watch about it or like feel that they can relate to. And I was like, wow, what a full circle moment. So again, I did what any sane person would do, and I ate my frozen pizza, and I decided to make like all these cupcakes with little vulvas on them and danced around listening to Nicki Minaj. And I think the craziest part is like reading back like what I did on this day for the past 5 years is like really sad compared, because it's just like a version of me that is so different and like would have never even guessed that I would be where I am right now. Like, I mean, I lived in like 3 different states in the time frame of this, working very different jobs and very different stages of where Lady Parts was at that time. So it's just insane to think about. But let's get into the past days. So January 25th, 2019, I was working nights, and it was in Los Angeles, right by where the ArcLight Theater was. That's crazy to say was. But I was a member there, and I saw Vice that morning, and then I got some writing done, and then I went into work. January 25th, 2020, it looks like I was going shopping, and then, we had a moon circle. If you don't know what that is, look it up, but we did one of those moon circles. I went with my friend, and it was like lovely experience, and then apparently I got in a fight with Florida Boy about religion. I'm not saying that you can't have differences in religion if you're dating or partners or whatever, but if you're at the point where you're like, we're fighting all the time and like I'm thinking about breaking up with this person, then just break up with them. I'm telling you, there's so many other people out there that will make you happy and fulfill your needs. Like, you don't need to worry about it. January 25th, 2021. Again, living in Birmingham, working at a completely different company, editing videos for them. And it looks like I finally got my car back. If you'd watched previous ones, I was having a lot of car trouble. And I just kind of like stayed in and cooked dinner. January 25th, 2022. It was actually Bama Boy's birthday. Again, we were dating. It was long distance. He was in Alabama. I was in New York. And it looks like I was still kind of feeling like shit because if you listen to the last one, I had a pretty rough night. I made some bad decisions and I puked. And so it looks like I was kind of paying for that the next day. And I still apparently went out and got more drinks that night. Again, I'm taking a dry month right now. That should tell you what you need to know. January 25th, 2023, I went into the office. I was still dating Bama Boy. I remember I called him for his birthday. But we were like actually having a lot of communication problems. And so it was like weird that I even got him on the phone at that point. Again, if you feel like you want to break up with someone, things aren't working, just do it. But I wrote down something like very important this day because like sometimes you could be having the worst day in the world and someone does something like really little for you and it can mean the world and they don't even know it. Basically, I spent all day while I was at work also collecting receipts and filing and organizing all of our accounts for Lady Parts in terms of like food, budget, production equipment, insurance, all the stuff. Like, we are so low budget that I'm also the accountant. And one of my coworkers just kind of like noticed how stressed I was and like I poured my entire life savings into making this movie and at this point like I'm like I have no money and I've been eating like the same like basic rice crazy disgusting lunch for like days and days and my coworker was like, ew, you're gonna eat that again? And at first I was like, oh, don't be rude, but then he was like, no, let's like, you should go treat yourself, and then like actually bought me like a really nice salad and was like, don't even worry about it, like I just can't stand to watch you eat that again. And it was just like so nice and did not need to happen, so thank you to that coworker. And it's crazy to think like all this happened in the same day and now I'm like in a completely different place. So now I gotta go buy little containers so I can carry these into work and then thank everybody at my job that helped me, you know, either work on this or donate to this project because I'm so appreciative of everybody out there who helped on this. And we all deserve a little vulva cupcake. Some may say a sweet little treat. Either way, I'll make today's video either today or tomorrow. Who the hell knows? Anyways, see you later.